Hey everybody. Hey, what's going on, brothers and sisters? I've just really been. Oh, what a cool day it is today, isn't it? Wasn't it a wonderful day in your neighborhood as well as mine? Sitting out here this morning, this overwhelming, it's an ordinary day feeling like normal came over me, and I looked around like, what was that all about? Because it did feel normal, and remembering what normal felt like. that was the oddity, but then it reminded me as of the days of Noah. So be encouraged there. But hey, as I'm going through this day today, this was been brought to mind a couple days ago, and I probably should have gotten it out then, but just really, I'm going to need some help here from some of you airplane fanatics, because this is really odd. I told you that Twitter was like, that's really strange, two planes that are too close. Anyways, boom. Wow. Twitter was doing all this political stuff and all this distraction. We know about the pastor in Turkey, how they're holding him hostage and stuff. But then this article came up, and something I'd been going through this stuff about, what's going on in the air and the fires and how everything's getting started for all of us that are awake. And the pulses, etc., etc. Lane heading towards Hawaii, just doing all this, and it's overwhelming. Lots going on. It's getting very dark. And I remember a couple years ago, maybe 10, maybe as long as that, I don't know, remember. Lockheed Martin, big in Fort Worth, shut down completely and laid off a lot of people. And it was devastating to our economy because that was huge, and it's been there a long time. But then they opened up again, and of course bringing in new people, secretly, not really unless you're in tune with it, where I wasn't focused until this was brought up. So what I got was, I got my youngest in Fort Worth trained to notice military stuff, that's going on. But this was spotted in Fort Worth the other day. It's an image on a Facebook post that a guy took, and he was wondering about it. And so doing some investigating, etc., etc. This guy says here that it's a KCIJ0J dragging 4 Harriers, maybe headed home. And of course, they're, what do you say about the red flag? If indeed from red flag, all their maintenance people in the C-130 traveling together in case of maintenance issues. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, so I just did a little bit of investigating. Anyways, my daughter said that there was a bunch of, because that's how the post started, was 5 military planes just flew over 820 area in Fort Worth, and that's northwest corner, and that's where Meacham Field is, where I used to take my grandson down to watch maneuvers and stuff. But that's all that's really there. Oh, the space shuttle landed there on its very last tour on its way back. I remember that. But this Lockheed Martin thing was always on my mind because I remember them shutting down a cleaning house because these people had been there a long time. And when they reopened, I don't recollect that they rehired any of them. So anyways, after doing a little bit of investigation, I see here that it says in the Star Telegram, which is in Fort Worth, that Lockheed Martin delivers its first F-35 to Turkey over objections from Congress. So this is on June 21st in 2018. So this was their first one. Now, obviously, after finding out what a Harris is, I know it's the Harris of the jets, and this big, anyways, it's amazing how it can hover and refuels jets in the middle of the air. And then I found out that Turkey actually is like makes 30% of the tanks that they haul. And I'm thinking, wait, I just saw the president's tweet about not trusting Turkey and not putting up with any of their stuff. And this is back in June that I saw this, or that this was put out, and absolutely nothing. I guess if you go to the website, which this is like from their neighborhood thingy, so I'm not in that group, so I can't do that. But that's where that's from. Seeing the planes, and many of them said, yeah, they saw other jets, and I checked to make sure that the Blue Angels weren't in town, and nothing like that. But I just really found it odd. And we know that things are going on with China and Russia and drills, they call them, and the weather and Lane and the hurricane. And I really wanted to do something else. I really wanted to read like a psalm or something, a little bit more comforting and encouraging, but yet I felt like for some reason I needed to get this warning out that this happened this weekend, and my daughter said that they were moving on Saturday and Sunday. So there was more than just the two, or the ones that they said in June that their first one. So it doesn't say how many. My question is, why are we selling to the enemy and playing? We all know it's a game, right? But this. I thought that this was a little disturbing, a little warning, and saying, hey, if we haven't seen Luke 21, rumors of war, and everybody, of course, is nonchalant. My question is always, why? Why are these there? Why are we selling to Turkey? They're our enemy. I don't get this. Yeah, right? So, hey, things are hidden in plain sight. Somebody's got to know something. We're all in this together. Jesus is coming, y'all. I mean, the Turkish armed forces are singing. Oh, my goodness. Oh yeah, see here, about 30% of centrifugages installed on F-35s are built in Turkey. Unbelievable. Also, Turkish contractors play a prominent role in building components of the landing gear, forward fuselage, the electronics used by the pilot, and some of the aircraft's composite skin. Anyway, I just thought that this was a little interesting that, hey, we deal with our enemy. This is a business. So, hey, evil is definitely, it's getting darker out here, y'all. It feels like it's closing in, but Jesus, we've read the rest of the book. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say, Milo, be quiet. No, don't bark at my squirrel. We read the end of the book. Jesus wins. We fight not against flesh and blood, but principalities and the powers of the air. This is really weird. It even smells smoky in Louisville, Texas. The fires are up north. I have no idea where we're getting. They even said a smoky day, and air quality, blah, blah, blah. Yes, well, we know that. And, but this is weird, okay? Anyways, it is a normal day. It'd be a great day. But we need to encourage each other with these words. But I just found it interesting that the tanker, the numbers, the KC, what it's used for, uh, refueling, turkey. Hello, anything come to mind, y'all? Anyways, that this is Debbie from Texas saying, "Peace out and Maranatha, the King is coming."